Hello guys, I'm going to go ahead and do a little video for Zynah right now. This is just a guy that I literally just played on the ladder. I've been trying to do this a lot, just talk to the people that I play on the ladder and just try and get feedback and everything, see what people are interested. So at the moment we're going to be watching Zynah. He's the red zerg in the bottom right going up against me on Antigua Shipyards. This is on the European server. Zynah is a diamond zerg, so this is going to be a pretty cool game to go ahead and check out. I think this will actually be a very, very good game for you guys to see, because there's a lot of things I just noticed while the game was going on that Zynah did very, very well. There was just a few things that I think could be improved just from what I was playing. I think it would be really helpful to actually analyze where exactly he was. I was able to do a lot with keeping just an eye on pretty much his expansions, knowing what he had and when, getting some scouts in. I believe he did manage to kill off an observer too, but I kept on scouting, and it's a good video, both for style of play from Protoss. That's pretty good. It's basically all gateway units, and then you have Zynah, who is this Zerg player who's got to go ahead and combat this, and we'll see exactly how it's going to pan out, and it should be pretty cool to see. You'll see that the first thing that's going to happen is a Forge Fast Expand from me after I scout, and just because technically I am randoming on Europe, it's kind of always a worry that when you play against Zerg, you have a 6 pool or something like that. So you actually see that I send out a second probe to go ahead and see if this is his base, so I can know if I'm having a 6 pool, in which case I have to do something weird. I don't know what I would do. Maybe try and wall this off in a really odd manner. I don't think it would really work out so well. Because of the fact that my forge wall is back here instead of over here, in which case this is still very, very wide. This is a risky map to fast expand on for forge fast expand on that for that very reason. But you can see Zynah is doing something really good, and that's patrolling this drone over here to make sure that I can't do anything by locking him in with pylons and building cannons and going for that contain. And he's doing a really good job of actually just trying to take out my probe while I'm just blocking off this expansion, because he's not even trying to get an expansion, so he's basically faking me out. If he can get a Nexus at first out for me, that could be pretty bad, but I still have the Forge in there, so odds are he's probably not going to be able to take real advantage of this. So now Zynah is just continuing to just develop what he's normally doing. You can see that he did get out a gas. He's mined the over 100 gas, waiting at the speed limit. I'm kind of waiting for the middle block boost to start researching, but he really needs Queen. Yeah, okay, so there's the Queen. The Queen getting earlier, that could actually really nice. When did actually this finish? Whenever the spawning will finish, the Queen should have been out instantaneously, so just see where that was. Wow, this is, did you get the expansion instead or something? Okay. So now there's pool right here. There should be a Queen. What is that? 314. Okay, 314 gets the expansion, and there's the Queen. Okay, I'd actually flip that. Looking at the timings of this, 314, 20 seconds on the hatchery and 20 seconds on the Queen. This actually will give you more larva if you get the Queen out faster, because of spawn larva. Gives you an extra 4 instead of an extra 1 or 2, because they have 17 seconds for a larva to spawn again from the hatchery. So I think the Queen is actually better to go for first in that case. Alright, so that's just one thing to note. And then running around over here, we can see cans going down. The gateway will come up in a second. There it is. Alright, and also for anybody who's wondering about just building placement on Antigua Shipyard for Forge Fast Expand, this is something that I always do, is get these buildings out in front. Sometimes I put a cybernetics core over here so I can protect this pylon from Baneling Bus, get another pylon back here, and a cannon inside here, and that covers you from this entire spot with Zerglings, and you only have one, I think that might actually be one Zealot wide, this little choke over here. That's your only opener, and it's pretty safe. And then if you really need to, you can always just throw down a gateway here, and pylon, cannon, pylon. I don't know if that's kind of a weird situation, but theoretically you could do that. Gateway right here. It would block kind of, but that would kind of give you a good bit of defensive formation. It's not a word, but still. So now let's take a look at Zynah. He's got this base up. He's getting for a very fast third, something I really like, countering the Forge Fast Expand, or not really countering, but by responding to it with a very fast expansion. Actually, this probe probably should have gone up there. I was trying to see if he was going for roaches or lings, because he's going mainly lings. If he's going for roaches and no spine, it would pretty much determine what I was going for my early army composition. And you'll see that because of this, I'm going to go ahead and, because I'm not quite sure, Cronus out 2 zealots, go ahead and attack him. And let's take a look at Zynah. He's going to go ahead and lose 1 ling. And these are going to force out, look, at the very least, 6 lings. These 2 zealots. And actually could be a little bit scary for Zynah, because it's a very odd timing. Just send out 2 zealots, or you notice that I don't even have any stalkers out because of the fact that it's speedlings. And now there we go, 16 lings are there. That's actually going to force a lot of non-drones. You can see that I've killed off a few of the lings. The zealot gets 2 kills there, and now I may be behind in this, but think about the drones that I just forced. If you take a look at the unit station, we have 32 drones and 20 lings. He built 16 lings. That could have been 8 drones, so he could actually be at 40 drones right now versus my 42 pros, but that's not the case just because of those 2 lings, 2 zealots moving forward, plus the scouts for any cheese. I know the expansion is up, and I don't think I saw anything. Yeah, I saw nothing from that 3rd, so I think that's a blunder with me in the pros. That's something I could improve. So Zynah is also getting out his lair. That's pretty good stuff. Let's take a look at just continue looking forward. He should be getting upgrades for his lings here. The carry pace at the very least should be first. He's got enough for it now with the 150, 150. Now all these lings are moving forward because he's forced to build them, but he's not going to be able to use them. He's going to poke forward, and oh, I missed a secret opportunity to force it. If I got 1 force it off there, that would have killed every single one of those lings. That would have been pretty big. But all that does is he's now hurt 16 damage to that zealot, and this cannon's gotten 5 kills. That's pretty solid. Now this is actually kind of the sort of the wall I was talking about when you get the gateway and everything to sort of make yourself a little bit tighter. Now because of all those lings, I figure I might as well do this to be a little uberly safe and just good like that. And now, yeah, by the way, that is a locked-in zealot. And also, I did the great double Twilight Council build, because I didn't think I built it at first. I was like, oh god, I need to get that up. That'll be fun. So now, here comes my 3rd. 10-minute 3rd. It almost got scouted, but right now, Zynah is not really aware of this. He doesn't have a great scout on what I've been doing, because this Overlord should definitely be sacrificed in to try and see this. You'll be able to see the Robo, you'll see the Twilight Council, and prepare for either DTs or something, but if you come in and you actually saw the Templar Archives, that'd be pretty big. Going over Sidestorm versus Colossus, there's a big difference in that. You can see that there's a nice spine crawler formation over here, but he's got to be careful with this, because this is kind of a little unnecessary, not a ton. But now we're at 69 drones, 55 probes, very, very nice. We can see that I'm pretty much turtling for this beginning part of the game. I've got 3 cannons for defense over here. I think this is a complete wall off. It should be at least. 3rd is now up. He's going to move forward, and that's basically confirmation that the 3rd is up right there, just from those cannons and everything. There's no other reason for those to be there. So now, Zynah is running forward. He's taking the rocks out. Very good for him, defending the space. You can see he's getting his drone out to expand, which is very, very nice. And if you look over here, he's actually got a hive tech already. Spire's going down. Okay, that's actually a timing that we can take a look at, is for getting out brood lords or something from the spire, because that's the only reason why you get that spire out with the hive. Alright, so there's the hive. Actually, how long does it take for the hive? 100 seconds. So it's the same as getting a hatchery. If you go over here, let's watch when the spire comes up, how long it's going to take for him to get out a greater spire. But for now, everything's stable over here. I'm getting my +2 attack. I'll be getting +3 before I actually push out. But here comes the 4th from Zynah, and I'm also getting out DTs. This is going to be a very, very rough timing that I'm going to try and hit. Alright, but now let's go back to this. Okay. Spire, it takes a greater spire. Okay, 100 seconds to actually get the greater spire morphed. The hive takes 100 seconds in itself. As for going lair to... No, because so actually, you know what that means? It basically means to get the lair and the spire at the same time, and then when the hive pops, you'll be able to get the greater spire. That's roughly the math. I think it's pretty much there. If you're going to go and rush for Broodlord tech, that's definitely how you're going to want to do it, to be have it out as fast as humanly possible. This is really something that should be noted. But now, this is going to be pretty much... Actually, take a look at this. Zynah is behind 10 food, 62 probes to 86 drones. That might be a little too many drones. There's not really any major static defense around. And when you have 86 drones, the money is a little bit high, more than a little bit high, 1,500 and 1,100. That's a significant slip in the macro. Alright, but now... you can see it running around here. Good scouting information by me. I've got this observer. It's going to move forward, start really seeing what's going to be happening. And the adrenal glands. This is a lot of teching. This is a dangerous amount of teching that going for DTs like this can easily exploit. I'm starting to see this guy's moving forward. And they're going to continue going forward. Okay, so a little bit of damage is done. Not really. The Overseer's there. But now, let's take a look at this army that I have. +2 attack with +3 on the way. Blink Stalkers, charge lots. There are 3 full energy sentries +4 Templar, an Archon, and more reinforcements coming in. I am maxed. If you take a look at Zynah, he's seen this. He's also seen this. So it's kind of this is me just preparing for a transition, by the way. But he knows he misses the DT Shrine. You can see that the Templar Archives has been scouted. Right now we're having Broodlords, 7 Broodlords being morphed in, but notice how they're all clumped, and you also got Hydras and Broodlords. This is actually Lings, Hydras, and Broodlords. There's no beefy tank unit here. It's all DPS, it's all finesse, it's all there's no power tank unit. The Broodlords can't take a beating, especially when there's Stalkers and there's Sidestorm around them. This is going to be a little bit of an unpleasant situation for Zynah. He's now supply blocked. I'm killing off some Overlords. And now we're going to see me attacking in over here. And this is when it's going to start getting really bad. There's a Sidestorm on Lynx. There's Sidestorm on Hydra. Sidestorm on those Broodlords. Move forward. The Zealots will clean up those Hydras incredibly easily. And now the Stalkers focus fire the Broodlords. Now nothing is left. And at the end of this battle, you can see how much better this whole situation is for me. I have these Stalkers, though. The +3 attack isn't even. Oh, it's got 18 seconds left. That's kind of okay. That's annoying for me. I didn't push in for that, but still not gonna be a huge difference. But we can see that there's a lot of upgrades actually out here. The +2/+2 is there for the melee. There's just so much teching going on. If you look at the spending, this is not very. This is actually showing that he mined a little bit less than I did actually. I got 1,000 lead here, 4,000. So 5,000 lead, and he's only got a 4,000 lead here. So I got mined 1,000 more resources the entire game than he has. I have DTs around here that sniped off of those expansions, and I should have another DT going over there, as I will soon. But I've now reduced him to 3 bases. I'm on 3 bases. And I have a 50 food lead count. I still have 67 drones out, so 67 pros out to 78 drones. That's pretty good. And now he's losing. He's lost 9 drones. But the main thing is that roaches would have helped here, and everything. But this is earlier aggression, trying to do more damage, faster expansions. But yeah, so these Lings going up against He's now +3 attack Zealots. That's not going to be good. +2 carapace is what's there. So the upgrades are great from Zynah. The problem is that Elishers are a great thing, but he's teching too much off of too little. If you're going to go for this really fast teching thing, stay on 3 bases that whole time. Don't get a 4th until you can push out, do some damage, or crush a push from the Protoss. That's when you could actually really be able to take advantage of the tech that is there. I mean, there's even Overlord speed here. There's no drop, but still, 15 Hydras are going to pop out. That's better now that there are fewer Zealots and everything out. But still, this is a lot of Stalkers. Blink Stalkers destroy Hydras. No more Greater Spire, no more tech. Roach Warren doesn't even have Roach speed. And now this is just going to be starting to be a little bit of a bad news situation for Zynah. It doesn't even have any missile attack upgrades. It's all melee attack. There's a lot of drones here that are just idle on very, very few batches. So if those got transferred, that would have been a great boon to his to the income of Zynah, so that's something that could have been done a while ago. 16 drones per patch is sort of what you want per base when you have more than 3 bases. When you're on 3 bases, just make sure they're evenly distributed. 70, 80 drones, that's around like the money mark of drones. That's what you really want, because right now my army is very hard to deal with, and I'm even preparing to transition into getting out a bunch of Colossi because I've killed all the main tech structures. I'm pretty sure I have the game won at this point. But still, this is going to be a little bit of a bad situation. Ultras are good, but there's really not much you can do to come back. There's no expansions to have. I have DT tech. I'm stopping pretty much everything. I'm expanding. And now let's continue to watch what Zynah is going to do. Yeah, this is not going so well. You can see that splash damage taking out a lot of things. This is going to be game. This is a very, very hard style to play against. And now, yeah, this is another thing. Zynah, you were not ahead. We watched this entire game, and that is a misread on the situation. You got to find a way to get in there and realize oh, I'm not as ahead as I think. You got to realize the time of this expansion. You had a pretty good idea by seeing these cannons, but confirm. Get overlords in there, sacrifice them, see what my tech is, click on my units, see what my upgrades are. Try and realize what could possibly be going on. When you see no Colossi and you know that there's Templar tech out, be wary of some of that. When you see this Twilight Council, get down a Spore Crawler and 2 Spine Crawlers at each of your expansions. Make sure you can stabilize and take minimum amounts of damage. I've done a really good job of taking out a lot of your tech. A lot of your economy is just gone. DTs in select spots, a huge amount of upgrades for these gateway units. Archon here without any of the energy behind them. It's actually always cool when Archons do that. It's kind of funny. Plus, you win a hive tech way too fast. If you had spent more just on, say, roaches, you might have been able to do a lot more damage, take a lot more damage, and allow those broodlords to really stay alive. You need more lings. You can't really go ling a Hydra broodlord. That's just not the best army composition. Ling Infestor broodlord could work a lot better than this. The problem is that Hydras die, lings die, and then the broodlords have no support that they can really use. So just be wary of that. Everything I'm seeing here is still pretty solid, but hopefully this will help you and we can go ahead and really improve gameplay, because there was just stuff that there's a lot of good stuff there. I like the tech and the upgrades and everything were really solid. It's just greedy, and my build was pretty much basically made to counter that greediness that you're doing, because even though you had 7 broodlords or whatever the number was, they have to be able to stay alive to do the DPS. I love the ling upgrades, the broodling upgrades, plus 3 attack and 20 minutes in for Zerg. It's incredible. We got to be careful about being greedy. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. I really like what Zynah did. I just want him to refine a little bit more so he can actually be a little more resilient to strong pushes. So, thank you very much.